Welcome to Branch Rickey Arena, the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University in Delaware, Ohio, as the battling Bishops on the women's side take on the Tigers of Wittenberg. Steve Bassert and Steve Geiger coming your way from the Branch Rickey Arena. And Steve, tonight marks the halfway point of the NCAC conference, and the Bishops with plenty to play for, still a shot finishing the top four.
That'd be the goal. You want to finish in that top four, get to that season, get a seed, and finish in the the tournament and things like that. The Bishops really have had a great season so far. Compared to last year, and they're building and they're growing so much, and we've seen them play so well and grow from the start, and they want to keep it rolling tonight.
Last Saturday, the Bishops fall to DePaul. DePaul on a 12-game winning streak. Today, Wittenberg only a 9-game winning streak.
Yeah, wow. That was the thing. I remember at the start of the season, both teams were 3-3, 4-4, and then you look and see Wittenberg's on a 9-game win streak. Man, they are on fire. So this will be a great challenge for the Bishops at home tonight to see if they can stop that streak.
Let's check in with the head coach of the battling Bishops, Stacy Ungership-Lobdell. Coach, last Saturday against DePaul, the team was able to hang in a long time despite the foul trouble.
Yes, again, I thought we did a really good job for 3.5 quarters. And then, when you have a great player in Sydney Kopp like she is, she really just, overcame everything else as we overcame, like you mentioned, the fouls, and really just took over the game at that point.
One bright spot and only 5 turnovers, the season best for you.
Something that we've been working on, and again, I feel like I've said all of the same things at different, for every game. We just have to put all of those great stats that we have put together in the same game. Control the boards, limit our turnovers. If we could be under 10 or 12, that would be, acceptable, and, shoot the ball pretty well.
Back-to-back solid games by Sierra Joyner. Seems like her shooting range has extended lately.
I think a lot of that is just the confidence, and now that when a player becomes confident, she's able to extend her versatility. And we've known that Sierra can shoot outside. She came to us as a point guard from high school, believe it or not. So she's always had that ability. But now I think that she's, really is becoming a complete player. She's been able to add that not only to her game, but add it into our system and be effective.
Today marks the halfway point of the NCAC schedule, so plenty of motivation to finish in the top 4.
For sure, that's what we've been talking about. Is this is really what you play for in the conference play, and in the past I think we've always had a good run the second time around in the conference, and our goal is to not wait until maybe the last game of the second part of the conference and then go into the tournament. We want to start now, so there's a lot to play for. That's why you play in the NCAC, and we're excited about the opportunity.
Tigers' defense is so tough. What do they do so well on defense?
They play really hard. They never give up on a play. They do a great job crashing the boards. They have active hands. And really it's just a mentality that they've had ever since I've been here at Ohio Wesleyan is, they compete. And they compete every rep. And that, translates into the type of defense that they play.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And we thank Coach Lobdell for joining us. Steve Geiger. The last several games, we've seen teams with great depth come into the Branch Rickey Arena. On the flip side of the coin today, Wittenberg with only 9 players, but somehow on a 9-game winning streak.
Yeah, that's really surprising. I'm really interested to get an opportunity to watch them play tonight, Steve. That is tough to do with just 9 players, and it's a weeknight here in Delaware, Ohio, a cold night out. It just seems like not a lot of energy in here right now in this arena. We'll see which team can capitalize on that first.
Wittenberg Tigers are coached by Kelly Malum in her 4th year, and let's check in with Coach Malum. Well, Coach, from the numbers, it's pretty clear that you ride your defense this year.
Our defense has improved from the beginning of the year to where we are right now, and I think that's been a major change from last season to this season. So we're playing pretty well on both sides of the ball right now, but in this conference I feel like anyone can beat anyone on any night, so we're going to have to show up to play on both sides tonight.
Besides your defense, has there been a common theme in your 9-game winning streak?
No, I think it's just really trying to play possession for possession on both ends of the floor and staying in the moment, I think, has been our big kind of theme, if there is one. So staying in the moment, making sure we're just playing through that moment.
Only a few seniors. Talk about Corinne Werner, improved from 5 points last year to 11.9, shooting 52%.
Yeah, Corinne's really put in a lot of work. Even arriving as a freshman, I think that she recognized and she played a little more guard in high school than in the small forward. So from last year to this season, I think that Corinne has just embraced it. She's put in a lot of work in the offseason, and I'm really happy and really proud of where she's come as a player.
Looks like your team's probably very unselfish. 3 players averaging 2.5 assists per game or more.
Yeah, I think we're moving the ball really well, and this team doesn't really care who gets the points or who gets the credit. I think they just want to make sure that they're doing the best they can for each other, and that's a really great place to be when you're coaching a team.
Against the Bishop today, what do you have to do well?
I mean, I think we have to play well on the road, number one. Definitely think that they are going to try and fast break and rebound, and I think we got to control the ball, make sure that we're controlling tempo.
Coach, as always, thanks for your time.
You're very welcome.
And we thank Coach Malum for joining us. And Steve Geiger, she said there hasn't been a common theme in their 9-game winning streak. Well, the last game was a 6-point win against Worcester, but the previous 8 straight wins by 13 or more points per game. And they may be small in numbers, but these names are familiar, and Coach Lobdell says still a very tough Tiger team.
Oh, sure is. You know, you look at it, they've got three seniors, 2 senior starters, 3 junior starters, lots of experience, and like you said, Steve, you know, names that we recognize, you know, girls that have been playing quite a bit since their freshman year. So, you know, they're an experienced team, and, you know, you can do a lot of great things if you're playing good defense. So it'll be interesting to see who wins that battle, right? They want to stop, play defense, and play a little bit slower. Bishops want to get fast break and up tempo.
Tigers used only 2 bench players on Saturday, and Delaney Williams played the full 40 minutes. Is there a chance where maybe fatigue might set in? We're at the halfway point of the season.
You know, I think it's always possible, especially on a weeknight, especially on the road, Steve. Those are tough things to do for this at this level. So you can watch it, and fatigue gets you get a lot more tired if you're losing too.
Wittenberg leads the all-time series, 58-31. Tigers won both games last year. 56-45 at Wittenberg and 76-57 at Ohio Wesleyan. This is the marquee game in the conference tonight, the most combined wins by any 2 teams. They combine for 8 wins. Other games in the NCAC tonight: Oberlin at Allegheny, Worcester at Denison, Kenyon at Hiram, and DePaul is Idle. And Steve Geiger, this game, if you need more motivation, if you can win tonight, look at your next 4 games, all against teams tied with you or below you in the rankings in the NCAC.
Well, you know, and then the other thing, Steve, that we were talking about, not a lot of home games left for the women Bishop team, too. So they've had the top half of their schedule, you know, that has been favorably home games. And then, they're going to face quite a bit of road games, especially after Saturday. You know, you get home tonight, home Saturday, and then it's going to get tough.
Of course, on Saturday, be sure to join us as we salute the outgoing seniors. It'll be senior day here at Ohio Wesleyan. Let's check out your starting lineups. First for the Wittenberg Tigers under 4th-year coach Kelly Malum. Delaney Williams, 9.9 points per game. Averages 3.5 assists per game, which ranks her 5th in the NCAC. Abigail Gauker, 10.4 points per game. Has 30 steals. Riley Culber, one of the 3 seniors, 8.3 points per game. Christy Kalis at 13.5 points per game to lead the Tigers. And Corinne Werner, one of the other seniors, 11.9 points per game. Shoots 52% to rank 1st in the NCAC. For the battling Bishops, familiar starting five, Megan Dunning, averaging 2.5 assists per game. Claire Sterling, one of 8 Bishops with over 1,000 points and 600 rebounds, 17.3 points per game. Molly Delaney, 6.9 points per game. Sierra Joyner, 41 points in her last 2 games, averaging 12.1 points per game. And Nicole Popovich at 9.6 points per game. Checking out the standings, DePaul still perfect at 8-0. Denison 6-2. Wittenberg a half game back at 5-2. Then you've got a 3-way log jam between Ohio, Wesleyan, Allegheny, and Oberlin at 3-4. Kenyon 3-5. Worcester and Hiram at 1-6. Steve Basser and Steve Geiger, thanks for joining us from the Branch Rickey Arena. I mentioned that Wittenberg won both games last year, and Corinne Berner had 14 points, Abigail Junker 10 points in the first game, Christy Kalis 19, and Riley Culver in game number 2.
Yeah, Bishop's key, Steve. I mean, from what we've seen from this Bishop women team this year, they need to get off to a fast start, or at least a very competitive start. You know, games where they start out sluggish, they have a really difficult time of getting out of that sluggishness.
And that's what they did on Saturday. A strong start against DePaul, despite Claire Sterling in foul trouble. Bishops win the tip. They'll go from left to right on your screen. Sierra Joyner, 5-foot pull-up.
Get in there.
Is that a shooter's touch?
That absolutely is a shooter's touch. That's one thing about Sierra Joyner, Steve. She's got a fantastic, perfect textbook shot with textbook touch.
Riley Culver spins off the glass. Meg Dunning with the rebound.
Yeah, Bishops are on the run. They look good so far, Steve. There you go.
Popovich.
Oh, wow.
Blocked from behind. Denied by Abigail Junker.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I just noticed Wittenberg look a little even more sluggish than the Bishops in warm-ups. And only having 9 players, that can lead to sluggishness. Let's see if the Bishops can capitalize.
Yeah, it looks like Delaney Williams has some kind of wrap on her right shoulder. Free ball by Claire Sterling.
Well, she was not open and did not have any room, but still and was deep and found that way to nothing but net. Fantastic.
Bishops on his own here, Coach?
No, still man, Steve.
Poked away by Sterling. Boy, a long 3 by Kalis, too strong. Berner with the putback, count it, for the Tigers.
Yeah, got to box out. That's a crucial box out there. Nicole Popovich just missed it, but that's all right. A good man-to-man defense, Steve, sometimes looks like his own.
Delaney cut off by the double team. Popovich to the hoop with the right hand. Oh, just a shade off. Battles for her own miss, and this foul will go against the Bishops.
And Nicole Popovich, Steve, also a super key player to this team. You know, if Claire Sterling and Sierra Joyner are getting their points, they really need Nicole Popovich to be that third scorer. Fantastic move, just couldn't finish there, but she's got to make those point shots tonight.
In fact, she shoots 59% on 2-point shots. That foul is on Popovich. 5-2 Bishops. Kalis on top, picks up her dribble. Junker. Berner, clock down to 11. Berner on the drive, call for the travel.
Yeah, great defense by Molly Delaney. She got oversealed, made a wall, held her ground, and caused the fumble on the opposing team. Very rare, Steve. So Christy Kalis is the leading scorer for Wittenberg. They're guarding each other. Claire Sterling, leading scorer for the Bishops.
Molly Delaney for 3, too strong, and Kalis with the rebound. Here come the Tigers, down 5-2. Sterling battles for the ball. Tie-up will keep with the Tigers.
Yeah, most times, you want to rest your leading scorer and you slide him off of someone who's not the best scorer for the other team. But those two guarding each other tonight, we'll see them go at each other, and we'll see who wins.
5-2 Bishops inside of 8 minutes in the first period. Berner on top, Junker. Back to Berner. A little fake. Draws the foul, and she'll shoot a free throw and a chance to tie it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, Sierra Joyner with her post defense, front in the post, and you could probably get tired of me saying that, but that is the most difficult thing to do defensively in basketball is to front the post. And she's making their Wittenberg coaches are screaming at their guards to get it into Riley Culver, but I don't think she's open.
Werner's free throw is good, and we are tied at 5. Bishop scored on their first 2 possessions. Joyner, reverse step, denied by Culver. Here come the Tigers, chance to take their first lead. Kalis picks up her dribble, gives it to Berner. A little scoop pass to Culver, and the finish.
Yeah, that time, I just got done crediting her, complimenting her, but Sierra Joyner late getting around, but man, Riley Culver, an excellent post up on offense.
Delaney tied up. It'll stay with the Bishops.
Yeah, and all that sleepiness that I saw of Wittenberg, it's gone. They are aggressive, assertive, and playing good basketball right now.
What are you saying? They're playing possum?
Well, no, I just think it's when you, like you said, you got 9 players, and they weren't a lot of real active in warm-ups, but it did not carry over. They're doing a great job so far.
7 straight for the Tigers. Sterling, another 3 attempt. Long rebound. And Berner comes up with it.
Good box out by the Tigers. Good defense by the Tigers. Making things very difficult for the Bishops. There's nobody open.
Liam and AC will check in. The next whistle, try to revive the offense for the Bishops. Stolen by Sterling. 3-on-2 for the Bishops. Sterling. Leaves it short. Joyner pursues it. Second chance for the Bishops. Nice feed to Popovich. Off contact. He'll shoot for 3.
Nice cut by Nicole Popovich. That's what you want to have happen, Steve. You want to get that attack, dive to the baskets, put the pressure on the defense, and make them play defense and make them play defense at the rim and draw the foul. Great job by Nicole Popovich.
Nicole shooting 70% from the stripe. The Bishops as a team shoot 75%. And we are still tied at 7. Williams will walk it in the front court. Culver picks up her dribble. Poked away by Manesi. Tracked down by Berner. Plenty of time for the Tigers. Kind of a clear out for Junker. And Joyner skies for the rebound. Meg Gunning into the front court. Joyner, Popovich, Manesi, Claire Sterling. Everybody touching it for the Bishops.
Yeah, Wittenberg looking a little winded, Steve, getting back on defense, not having any depth to see if the Bishops can take advantage of it.
Sterling will crossover, called for the charge.
And where was she standing, though, Steve? That's the hardest call. But she was under the basket. You got to be outside that little mini horseshoe arc, and I don't think she was.
First sub in the game is Jenna Bloomline for the Tigers.
That's a big difference in height there. Bloomline listed at 5'11", but not 6'1" like Riley Culver.
Boy, the lob into Kalis. So that pass covered about 30 feet. Kalis off the glass.
Beautiful pass. Too easy. Claire Sterling's got to do better than that, but there's no help either. Just a backdoor cut. They brought everybody up and just lobbed it over the top. Nobody home.
9-7, Tigers on top as we near the halfway point of the first period. Clock down to 8 for the Bishops. Joyner to the glass. Just a little bit too strong.
Yeah, it's about the 3rd time in a row they missed a shot point blank at the basket at the Bishops as a team. Those are crucial layups. You need to make those.
Inside of 5 minutes, 9-7, Tigers on top. Delaney Williams for 3, and a rebound to Sterling.
I like to see the Bishops push it, maybe press some, run and gun, and get this Wittenberg team tired out a little bit.
Joyner tried to hit Meg Dunning. It's picked off by the Tigers. And already 4 team fouls on the Bishops.
Boy, what a great move by Delaney Williams. She saw Meg Dunning coming back on defense, and she dribbled right into her to draw the foul. Meg Dunning was sprinting back on defense. Kind of a veteran, crafty move by Delaney Williams to dribble into her, and she creates the contact, but she gets the foul called.
Molly Delaney back in the game. Sierra Joyner will get a breather. Coach Malum will go back to the bench at the next stoppage. Kalis on top. Burner. Back to Kalis. Body's on the floor. Kalis denied, and here come the Bishops. Saw Delaney wanted to hit Sterling earlier. Bishops will hang on to the ball.
Yeah, she should have hit her earlier, Steve. She waited too long to make the pass, and the defense was allowed to close the gap, get a hand on the ball.
Samantha Wyatt out of nearby Westerville Central checks in for the Tigers. Bishop started out on a 5-0 burst. Manesi for three, off the rim. Wyatt with the rebound. 9-7, Tigers inside of 4 minutes. Williams in the hole. Wyatt inside the arc. Tracked down by Popovich.
There you go, push it.
2-on-1. Manesi bounce pass to Sterling, and the finish.
Claire Sterling's not going to miss too many of those, right, Steve? So now, why not press? Put some pressure on them, wear them out. You can see they got some people dragging.
9-9. And there's 5 team fouls on the Bishops as Meg Dunning called for being a little bit too close.
Well, again, credit Delaney Williams, Steve. She drove the Meg Dunning right into the pick and forced the contact, and the call goes against Meg Dunning.
Delaney Williams leads the team in steals with 37. 2 free throws coming up. 72% from the stripe.
So my question for you, Steve. Two very competitive, equally aggressive teams. How in the world is it 5-1 on fouls? 5 against Ohio Wesleyan and only 1 against Wittenberg, which allows Wittenberg to be in the bonus.
Second one by Williams, and 11-9 Tigers is your score. A little bit of pressure by the Tigers. Kaylee Evans in the lineup for the Bishops. Sterling, nice step. She'll shoot for 3.
Oh boy, that's a great job by Claire Sterling getting to that block, posting up, and you get a younger player, I'll tell you. Samantha Wyatt, a sophomore, but still, Claire Sterling, that's just a mismatch to get it down into her and draw the foul.
Associate Geiger, Claire Sterling, and Megan Keeter, what do they have in common?
Well, both have scored a bunch of points for the Battling Bishops.
And?
Both played all 4 years, and both scored 1,000 points.
And?
I got nothing.
Both were number 11.
Thank you.
It's the magic number. And the Bishops on top, 12-11. What did you see, Coach?
Well, she looks like she hops. There you go. Good.
The assist by Kaylee Evans, and Manesi extends it to 14-11.
Oh, boy.
Christy Kalis will check back in. The next stoppage, another steal by Kalis. Kaylee Evans, excuse me. Evans in the corner, lines up a 3, leaves it short. Look at Molly Delaney battle for it. And this will be the 3rd team foul on the Tigers.
There you go. All right, so give Coach Abdel the credit. So she waited a little bit. Now she's putting that press on and creating a lot of discomfort for the Tigers. Now, both times there was travel, there was bobbling, there was turnovers. Great job by the Bishops.
And you've seen some athletic ability by Kaylee Evans. And now 4 fouls on the Tigers.
Boy, wow, Coach Mallon on that. Whew. She saw that one different than I did. That girl was giving Claire Sterling the business down there. She wanted an offensive call.
Bishops on a mini run on top, 14-11.
Right, magic word, Claire Sterling. She needs to touch the ball on this offensive possession. Thank you.
Clock down to 7. Delaney in traffic. Down to 3. Stolen by the Tigers. Kalis off the glass. Count it.
That's too easy. Hey, you cannot have a turnover. A no-touch turnover. Oh, my. Well, the girl pushed her in the back. She knew she pushed her, but the official no call. Official was late getting there. But again, you can't have a turnover at the top of the key with a soft pass for an easy run out.
Williams, the lob into Kalis. Little touch pass to Younger.
Nice move.
5-foot floater is short. Kalis battles. Sterling battles the tie-up. Will give it to the Tigers. Riley Culver and Corinne Berner back in for the Tigers. Nicole Popovich in for the Bishops.
Claire Sterling checks out, so this will be a crucial last 1 minute and 46 for the Bishops.
Tigers trying to regain the lead, 14-13. Bishops and Culver right off the bench.
Well, Steve, she's a senior and a textbook post-up. I mean, unbelievable how well she posted up, called for the ball, sealed, and then the pass was right on the money, too.
Delaney on the baseline, cut off. Manesi for a three. Kaylee Evans got it. How about that?
There you go. Now set the press up. Bishops were late, not getting into their spots.
Still got away by Popovich. Bishops 16-15 on top. Popovich coast to coast. How about that?
Just set it up again. Nice job. I mean, attack and be aggressive. Nice job by Nicole Popovich. Well, that's too easy.
Poked away by Delaney. Inside of a minute. Delaney. Manesi. Bishops by 5.
How about that press, Steve? It's really aggressive. Nice job of getting their hands in the passing lane and then just causing some. Great job by the Bishops, Steve. I mean, getting their hands in the passing lane and just creating the chaos. They want to be in transition where Wittenberg wants to bring it up slow.
Julia Kopp in. Kaylee Evans on the drive.
A lot of that energy, Steve's come from Kaylee Evans since she's checked in, too.
Popovich,
oh, my
surrounded
heavens,
by 3 players. Give it to the Tigers.
Wow.
Bishops will press. Try to trap. Berner, 10-footer. Misses everything. Tigers keep it alive. They can play for the last shot.
Boy, Tigers just going to the board, Steve.
Third chance for Berner. And that'll close out the first quarter. Tigers giving up only 56 points per game. The Bishops put 20, and the vast majority of those in the last, about 3 minutes.
That sure was, Steve. You know, and it all started when Kaylee Evans checked in, and they switched to that 2-2-1 press. I mean, they had a couple turnovers, over in the back, and they had a travel, and they had steals off of that press. Great things were happening. Got sloppy though. You know, they got sloppy at the end with no boxing out. So they gotta, that's what's hard to do. You're playing crazy, but then you got to get back and be fundamental too.
Bishops shoot 41%, Tigers 38%. Rebounds, practically a draw, 12-1, Tigers on top.
So, a great start for the Bishops if you would have drawn it up. I mean, to be up 5 at the end of the first quarter, that's a fantastic start. And again, we talk about the Bishops needing the confidence from that first quarter, so to have 20 on the board is a great start.
Claire Sterling coming off a 9-point game in foul trouble. The only game this year she's not hit double digits. She has 8 in the first period.
Absolutely. I mean, she's just dynamite offensively. And, this is a really a great opportunity for the Bishops. They've got some energy now, and they're playing well. And Wittenberg just not having the depth. I mean, there's a great chance that can they take advantage of it? And so far they have.
Tigers did give up 74 in their last game, and the Bishops 20 in the first period. And the ball to start, period number 2. Popovich picks up her dribble. Sterling. Julia Kopp posting up. Sees Joyner. 10-footer. Short. Kayla's the rebound.
That's usually a great shot for her. Normally you don't want to be fading back away from the basket, but that's really a great shot for her. It just didn't hit it.
20-15 Bishops. First possession for the Tigers here in the second period. Delaney Williams. Kalis, clock down to 6. Lining up for three off the rim. Burner with a rebound.
Well, Burner's been everywhere on the offensive board, Steve. That's 3 or 4 already and early in the game.
Younker's drive is good.
Wittenberg pretty effective with their ball movement. I'm impressed with how well they move the ball offensively, especially when they get their starting group in.
20-17 Bishops. Opening minute of the second period.
Oh,
Poked away by Kalis.
another
Kalis
run out.
to the hoop. And a foul on Claire Sterling.
Man. Yeah, another sloppy turnover at the top. You know, sometimes you can have turnovers and they don't hurt you if they're deep in your end, but when you're at the top, you cannot give somebody, especially as talented as Christy Kalis, a run out at an easy basket.
Just like Saturday, a couple of early fouls on Claire Sterling.
Yeah.
Christy Kalis, 78% from the stripe. Cuts it to 2. Kalis gets them both, and the score is 20-19, still in favor of the Bishops.
Well, not a very good start coming out of the quarter. You know, that first minute and a half so far has been too sloppy for the Bishops.
Julia Kopp on top. Gunning back in the game. Sterling. Little move. About the third block by a Tiger today.
That sure is. Boy, there's a lot of contact down there, Steve. You know, normally a shooter gets a little more protection than that. Well, good offense.
Boy, how about the passing of the Tigers?
I mean, you can't lose Riley Culver that close to the basket. That just cannot happen. She's too talented and too good of a post player.
6 straight by the Bishops to open second period.
Yeah, and one of the main things you always talk about all the way back to 3rd, 4th grade, first thing you want to do on defense, protect the basket.
Oh, boy, active hands by the Tigers again. Burner the steal. Leah Manesi will check in, the next stoppage for the Bishops.
Whoa.
Williams misses everything. And that'll get Manesi in the game. (21-20). Bishops looking for their first points here in the second period. Tigers on top. Manesi skip pass to Sterling. Back to Manesi. Long 3. Delaney Williams with the rebound.
Oh, heavens.
Burner squares up from 10. Too strong. Delaney the rebound.
And a guard coming, oh my heavens. Coming down the court, Steve, and the ball goes over her head. She's dribbling and then she loses it over her head. That's almost always a carry. No call. So Leah Manesi's got a mismatch here. Riley Culver at 6'1". She's got to drive her to the basket. And the last time she settled for a long 3.
Sterling, a little post reverse. Too strong.
Yeah, Claire Sterling's a little frustrated right now. Wittenberg, active hands, all over the place, just causing problems.
Burner on top, skip pass to Kalis. Now it's Williams. Left alone is Kalis for 3. Popovich. Boy, she ripped that rebound away.
Yeah, she had a fight with Burner there. Burner.
What? The 4th block, unofficially, by a Tiger.
Yeah, they've done well being active with their hands at the basket. So now we at High Wesleyan, they got to go a pump fake. Get in there, pump fake, get those hands up, and then go around them.
Kalis on the drive. Hooked away. Nicely done by Manesi.
Yeah, a little help by Meg Dunning. Good job. Run out. Oh,
Sterling lost the handle.
Well, she made a great head fake there. Went around her, just lost track of the ball. Boy, Bishop's not scored, Steve, for 4.5 minutes here, or
right.
4 minutes.
Erica Sardina in for the Bishops. Joyner back in. So Sterling will get a breather.
All right, so you can't set up the press if you're not scoring either.
Junker. Riley Culver.
Good box out.
Good box out indeed by Joyner.
Oh. That's got to be something, Steve. Those two bodies collided with the shooter, and it's a no call. That's got to be something when bodies collide on a shot.
First quarter saw a bunch of fouls, a total of 1 foul here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, always as a coach, just want to protect the shooter both ends. You don't want any contact at all on the shooters.
Bishop shut out so far here in the second period. Manesi, tough shot.
Yeah, now when you jump away from the defense, there's no call at all, even if there is contact.
Coach Laudell will put Kaylee Evans back in the next stoppage. Kaylee, who was a pest in the first period. There's a pass to the second row to bleachers, and Bishops get it back. Kaylee Evans in for Leah Manesi. We played half a quarter, Coach.
You sure have.
Nothing to show.
Half 5 for Wittenberg, that's it. Bishop's getting good looks at the basket. They just got to be able to finish at the rim.
Joyner, 12-footer. How about that?
Right. So she's 10, 15-foot jumper is money for her, and she just does that so well. She's a great set shooter.
I know you were surprised just like I was when Coach Laudell informed us she came as a point guard.
Yes. Well, she's got great ball handling skills, that's for sure.
Bishops back on top, 22-21. Kaylee Evans will bring it up herself. Joyner on the baseline, hemmed in. Back to Evans, who shoot a pair of free throws.
Officials drive me crazy. There's a little bit of contact there, not much compared to what we've seen the last 6 or 7 possessions. But hopefully Kaylee Evans can take advantage of it.
Second foul on Christy Kalis. Left-handed shot off the rim. Coach Kelly Mallon will take a timeout with 4:17 to go in the second period.
Yeah,
22-21.
Good timeout for the Wittenberg. Wittenberg Tigers are ragged. They're tired. Not a lot of depth. So great timeout to regain their composure and get a break.
Steve Geiger, I got 7:30 on my clock, which means the men. Their game just starting over at Wittenberg.
That's going to be a battle, isn't it? I mean, the Wittenberg men have imagined what, a first place, second place, first
place they lost to Worcester.
Yeah, when those three play each other, then you throw Wabash in this year, the home team is going to be a big advantage every time.
Which reminds us, we'll see both the men and the women on Saturday. The women at 1 o'clock and the men at 3 o'clock as the Allegheny Gators will come to town.
I believe the men lost at Allegheny already this year, right?
Yes, they did.
I'm not sure about that. I can't remember the women.
Women lost also. We stay at 22-21. Bishops by a single point. Bloom line, the feed into Kalis. Reverse Junker on the drive. And Erica Sardina will be called for the foul before the shot.
Fouls on Erica Sardina, her first, team second.
Second team foul on the Bishops. Inside of 4 minutes to go before halftime.
Bishop's going a little bit, a pretty long streak for them without Claire Sterling out there. Longer than normal. Oh, nice.
Burner on the drive and the finish.
Yeah, she's been the most valuable player for Wittenberg Tigers so far this first half. Even a ton of offensive rebounds and has been the one the most aggressive on the offensive end trying to score too.
Joyner cut off. Popovich. Meg Dunning. Evans. Feed to Popovich for 3. Burner with the rebound.
Bishops offensively just really, without Claire Sterling out there, they just are struggling.
Poked away by Joyner, secured by Kalis. Plenty of time for the Tigers. Kalis stepped on the end line, and the Bishops get it back. But the Bishops have scored only 2 points here in the second quarter.
Wow, Steve, you know what? Such a great first quarter, and to follow it up with a dud, a stinker of a second quarter is really surprising.
Inside of 3 minutes, Bishop's amazingly down by only 1, despite scoring only 2 points in the second quarter.
Well, their defense has been pretty solid this quarter as well, so it's been kind of a defense. The first quarter was an offensive battle. Coach Laudell gets a timeout. This has been a defensive struggle.
Checking out the D3Hoops.com poll, DePaul, number 4, Baldwin Wallace, number 11. Also receiving votes, John Carroll and Albion. WBCA poll, DePaul also number 4, Baldwin Wallace number 17, and Albion and John Carroll getting votes.
DePaul, so amazing, Steve. Every year just reloading, being so talented. And of all the coaches we see, men and women, they are so... I think they're probably the best coach team that we see here, men and women, and that's not a cut on anybody else. It's just as a compliment of how well coached they really are.
Dunning will trigger it in underneath their own basket. Delaney squares up.
Tough shot. You know, you got to recognize who's on you. 6'1" Riley Culver on you. You can't just try to set a jump shot over top of her when she's in your face.
And Culver got that rebound also. The lob to Culver is lobbed too far, and the Bishops get it back. Your Coach Laudell, you're saying we're only down by 1. It's okay to keep Sterling on the bench?
Yeah, I think so, especially
losing
since,
some offense, though.
Right, and she's struggling tonight, and then she's coming off that other game where she was in foul trouble. So I think it's okay to give her an extended rest as long as you can stay in the game. But barely. Your Bishops are barely hanging on offensively. Woo.
Bishops trying to double their output here in the second period. Joyner from 15 feet short.
Yeah.
Kind of faded again.
She sure did, and she bobbled the ball too. She didn't catch it clean, and she kind of rushed the shot. Not what you want to do. You want to catch it, relax, knock it down. But credit to Tiger defense, Steve. They're in the face.
Junker for 3. Got it.
The Bishops got to be careful, Steve. They can't have an 8-0 run by the Tigers to finish this up. Got to find a way to get a shot here.
Feed into Delaney. Gets her own miss. Second chance for the Bishops. Joyner off the fake. It'll stay with the Bishops.
Yeah.
A lot of activity under the basket today.
Yeah, a lot of contact. I mean, it called everything the first quarter and then no calls at all underneath. I mean, like you said, Steve, ton of contact on the shooter. It is unusual.
Actually, I said activity. You said contact.
Right.
Joyner, Dunning. Clock inside of 10. Back to Joyner. Joyner, reverse step. Finally draws a foul. 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Foul's on number 14.
I think Coach Mallon wants to complain about that. Jeez.
Team 30.
Sierra Joyner coming off back-to-back games of 25 and 16. 61% from the line. Cuts it to 3. Couple of bounces. Makes them both, and it'll lead us 2. And there's the press you talked about.
There you go. You got to score to be able to set it up. Oh, wow.
Burner. 10-footer goes in.
Definitely, she said it made all of the difference for the Tigers, Stephen. When they were starting out sluggish, she did not start out sluggish. She was aggressive from the start, and it set the tone for the team. Look at the defense there. Very aggressive defense, doing a great job. Starts with her.
Inside of 40 seconds, nearly stolen by Williams. And they're saying it's off the knee of Meg Dunning and back to the Tigers.
Checking in the Bishops is number 10, Erica Sardina.
Erica Sardina back in for the Bishops. 28-24 Tigers. So far, 13-4 in favor of the Tigers. in the second period. Junker cut off. Burner. Wyatt. Culver called for the travel.
Possession.
Bishop's caught a break.
Bishops can play for the last shot. Only 19.5 to start this possession.
I don't think they will.
Bailey Evans draws the foul. Kelly back to the line to shoot a pair. Kaylee was a two-time honorable mention, All-State in softball, lettered 4 times in basketball and softball. Part of the National Honor Society.
Got the first one.
And that's her first made free throw of the year.
Way to jinx her, Steve.
I did. Inside of 8 seconds.
My.
Could have been a breakaway for Sardina. Instead, she's called for the foul.
Wow. Again, you see all the contact. Wow. Not much contact there. So you just want the officials to be consistent. There you go.
Steal by Sardina to the hoop. And she got it. Sardina thought she had 2 steals. She'll settle for 1. Beats the buzzer to cut it to 1. Only 7 points in the second period for the Bishops, but only trailing by 1 point.
Yeah, that's a great finish for the Bishops. Nice job by Erica Sardina, not giving up. Seeing that she somehow had a read on the passes 2 times in a row and finishes it out. So Bishops, really a bad second quarter, but survived. They hung on and survived with Claire Sterling out.
Bishops finished the first quarter strong. You finished the second quarter strong. I should say finished the last 45 seconds or so strong, but 28-7 Tigers as we head to break. I'd like to thank our videographers tonight, Paul DeChimier and Nick Jackson. Along with Steve Geiger, I'm Steve Basser. We'll take a break. We will rejoin you at the start of the second half. Halftime at the Ranch Rickey Arena. The scoreboard says Wittenberg 28 and the Bishops 27. Steve Bassard and Steve Geiger coming your way. And Steve, we all numbers that we rarely talk about is minutes played.
Sure.
Two Tigers playing the full 20 and Claire Sterling playing only 12.
Right. Claire Sterling, Coach Lobdell just playing very conservative, and so you're only down one, so that paid off as far as getting her rest. But now can she get back in and get back into her normal, aggressive, normal self? That'll be interesting. And then, I was talking to some fans over there, some friends that are Wittenberg fans, and they were commenting on how they felt like the Tigers team was very tired, too. That only subbing 7 players, they felt like the team was really, really tired, and they're worried about the second half. So anyways, 2 of their players didn't come out at all in the first half. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Some strong performances off the bench for the Bishops. They outscored the Wittenberg bench 9-0. And Erica Sardina with a steal in the closing seconds. Cut it to 1. Kaylee Evans playing well, and Liam Acey also.
Well, I thought Kaylee Evans made the difference. When she came in, she brought energy. They pressed. They got a lot of steals. They made that big run right at the end of the first quarter, and a lot of that had to do with the way Kaylee Evans was playing.
So as much as we were talking about fouls, Steve Geiger, hard to believe the Bishops shot more free throws. They were only 4 of 8.
Right.
5 of 5 for Wittenberg.
Yeah, look at the three-point shooting, Steve. Both teams 1 for 8. That's not very good percentage.
28-27. In favor of the Tigers, who will have the ball to start the third period. And right off the bat, Claire Sterling with a steal on the bounce pass to Dunning.
Beautiful pass by Claire Sterling. Meg Dunning has got to finish that layup.
And Molly Delaney called for the foul.
I think maybe that's at least 4 times the Bishops have missed point blank right at the basket. And if you want to beat a good team like Wittenberg, you cannot miss wide open layups.
So right away, you saw how valuable Claire Sterling is.
Absolutely.
On both ends. Drive to the hoop. Junker draws the foul on Popovich.
Yeah. Gee, the official that called it, Steve, was the trail official. It's difficult for her advantage point, and the Wittenberg Tiger acknowledges it with her facial expression. She knows it was clean.
Steve, this might be the first time all year we've seen Erica Sardina and Meg Dunning on the court at the same time.
Yeah, that was a quick substitution. I don't know how many fouls Nicole Popovich. She had only 2 fouls. Oh, man, she's so important. And it's going to be tough for the Bishops to without her out there.
Bishops with the ball, down by 2. Sterling for 3. Beautiful.
Yes, boy, how did she get lost, Steve? Boy, she was wide open. If you're Wittenberg Tiger, that's one thing you don't want to have happen. Do not leave her wide open. That's the Bishops' first lead in a while.
So Sterling has already had a steal and a 3-point basket, and the Bishops on top by 1.
Wow. Great defense by Sarah Joyner. Wow. She was working hard in there. Oh, there you go. Oh.
Nearly stolen by Delaney, but Sterling comes up with it. Sardina will weave her way up the court. Delaney on the right side. Sardina for 3. Wow. Big shot for Erica.
Yeah, you could tell her confidence just skyrocketed in that first half with those 2 steals, Steve. And, you're wide open. You're a college basketball player. You got to take that shot. She took it, and she knocked it down. Great job.
And that's her first 3 this year. Bishops by 4.
Yeah, her defender got caught in the wash, and she was just completely wide open from the 3-point line.
Lining up a 3 and knocking it down, Christy Kalis.
Yeah, so switch it over. If you're Ohio Wesleyan, don't lose her. That's the one person you cannot afford to lose, especially at the 3-point line. And she was wide open, and she knocked it down.
Sterling on the left side. To the hoop.
Oh, there goes number 6.
Out.
Wide open, point blank at the basket. It's got to be a finish. That's 6 times the Bishops have missed wide open shots.
And the lob to Junker, and the lead back to the Tigers.
Great offense there, Steve. Just great ball rotation, great patience. Waits for the back screen, wide open layup. Nicely done.
By the way, the Tigers blocked 6 shots in the first half, 3 each Two each by three different players. Gunning for three. Culver the rebound.
Yeah, in and out, great look, good offense. They missed Sierra Joyner at the post.
Another steal by Sardina.
She looked like a center fielder there, Steve, just waiting for the ball to come down. Oh, my heavens.
She hits the deck.
That's another block shot, but, I mean, a lot of body contact also.
Kalis on the drive. Bounce pass to Berner off the fake. She'll shoot a pair.
Oh, well, great job by Barner, Steve, to patience, show the ball, get the defense off balance, drive around, draw the foul. Good offense.
Popovich back in. Joyner to the bench. First foul on Sierra. Berner hits the first one. 3 fouls on the Bishops in as many minutes. Berner gets them both. And a 3-point lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, again, I hate to be a broken record. She's the MVP tonight for the Tigers. Berner has been everywhere, offensively, defensively, getting rebounds, blocking shots. She's just been fantastic.
Delaney for three. And we are tied just like that.
Good offense, drive, kick the shot. Molly Delaney so much better when she gets her feet set. Great job by Delaney hitting a wide open shot.
36-36. Kaylee Evans will check in at the next stoppage. Nearly stolen by Sardina again. Delaney Williams for three. Culver on the spot. Off the bad miss. And she'll shoot a pair.
Yeah, so that's what happened. That's the backfire of trying to be aggressive. The steal. Sardina tries to get the steal, overplays, misses the steal. So on her miss, everyone else has to over-rotate to pick her up on the defense. And the way it backfires is you get someone wide open at the basket because everyone else is trying to pick her up all around and Wittenberg just does too good a job of moving the ball.
Riley Culver, a couple of free throws. Gets the first one, breaks the tie.
What's her percentage on the year, Steve?
Just like yours, 88%.
Oh. Well, I tell you, Steve, she does not get a much arc on the shot, but everything else about her shot is perfect. She's got great backspin, follow through. It's just unusual that there's not a lot of arc, but she doesn't need it when it goes in and out like that.
Sterling from the same spot. Not this time. Here come the Tigers on top by 2.
Oh, good offense.
Yunker missed the layup. Here come the Bishops.
Yeah, young players, watch that hesitation. The hesitation dribble can do so much.
Sterling, double team, draws the foul. First foul on the Tigers, 4 against the Bishops.
Like poking the bear, Steve, trying to get me riled up. Well, so talk about Yonkers' moves, the hesitation, you change speeds. That's the one thing you can do as a basketball player. It makes it so difficult on the defense when you change speeds.
Clara shot more than twice as many free throws as any other Bishop. And this one could get the tie. And it does.
And Bishop's hanging on by a thread, feels like, Steve. Tigers are much more aggressive offensively, much more effective offensively, but the Bishops are still hanging in there. Got to get a couple stops on defense, though.
Yeah, the Bishops have scored 11 points in the first 4 minutes and change. Those first 2 quarters, Steve, the best of times and the worst of times for the Bishops.
Absolutely. Now they've had some definite streaks. They're very streaky tonight for sure.
Clock inside of 9.
Oh wow!
The feed to Berner.
Oh, good recovery.
Can't believe she missed it.
No kidding. Well, she was wide open. Great post up. Showed herself. Made it easier for the passer to throw it in there. One of her rare misses tonight.
Bishop's a chance to take the lead. And Sardina draws the foul on Yunker.
Hey, you want to keep attacking the basket, force the defense to make a play. Excellent job.
And AC will trigger it in underneath her own basket. Clock resets to 20 for the Bishops.
And if I'm Coach Zabdell, I don't wait too much longer to get Joyner and Popovich back in.
An AC inside the arc.
There you go. Well, she used that ball screen well, didn't she? The ball screen came, curled in there, and gets the elbow jumper. You know, she doesn't have to settle for threes. Elbow jumper is just as good.
Halfway through the the third period.
Oh, my heavens.
And now 5 team fouls on the Bishops.
She passed it. Why is it on a shot when she passed the ball?
Foul number 30, AC, her first.
Well, it's foul number 5 anyways, but
3 fouls on Leah Manesi. No, first foul, beg your pardon.
Oh, my heavens.
Williams' first free throw is good.
I think that's going to be my best-selling book someday, is what I've seen from officials in my lifetime.
There will also be a sequel, maybe 2 sequels, right?
Must read.
Sterling to the hoop.
Oh, my goodness.
Popovich keeps it alive for the Bishops.
7.
Manesi, a deep 3. Bishops still keep it alive.
Nice job by Meg Dunning. She's been active on the offensive board. Sorry, Steve.
Sterling, double team. Popovich for 3. Here come the Tigers. Down by 1. Sierra Joyner will check in at the next stoppage. Burner, 15-footer.
Wow.
Popovich the rebound.
Bishops got lucky. They had miscommunication, double-teamed the wrong player, left her wide open.
Popovich tried to bounce pass it to Sterling. It'll stay with the Bishops.
Tigers is number 14, Riley.
Good substitution. Barner was so tired, but she should be, because she's been everywhere. It's been playing a great game, offensively, defensively, rebounding. Been all over the place for the Tigers. She's using all her energy tonight.
40-39, Bishops by 1.
Great.
Sterling, reverse. I'll say it in behalf of Steve Geiger. Looked like a lot of contact there.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
I thought maybe your microphone went dead there for a while.
You just got to keep attacking the basket and then forcing the action. And Claire Sterling just got to stay aggressive.
Third foul on the Tigers. Should reset the clock to 20, and it does. Third foul on Samantha Wyatt off the bench.
Right. And see, that was a touch foul. I mean, they're knocking people over that are shooting, and then on a touch foul, they're going to call that. It's weird.
Inbounds to Manesi. Misses it.
I mean, number 8, point-blank range. Cannot miss wide-open point-blank range shots and expect to beat the Wittenberg Tigers.
Inside out to Junker. She knew she had it.
Yeah, well, beautiful offense, Steve. You called it. They went inside, outside, back outside. That's so difficult to guard.
Back and forth we go. Joyner. Popovich, reverse, count it.
Nice job by Popovich. Took that extra dribble, got the balance. You don't want to be floating, flying in there. Under control, makes the reverse layup.
New game at 42 apiece as we near the 3-minute mark of the third period.
I like that offense at Wittenberg. They bring everybody up, and it just leaves that back door wide open. They've hit the Bishops on that a couple times.
Delaney Williams will up and under. An AC with a flat-footed rebound. Tigers get it back. The feed to Culver and the finish.
Geez, Manesi got tackled, Steve. This is called like what it was. She got tackled, no call by the officials, and gives Wittenberg a wide open layup.
Wittenberg down by 2.
Yeah, Wittenberg dragging, Steve. All 5 players just out of gas right now.
Popovich, nice drive.
There you go. But she's had a couple of those tonight, and then she's made more than she's missed. And I'd like to see the Bishops put that press back on, Steve, and really just try to. Oh, there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Christy Kalis could not finish that one. Here come the Bishops.
Well, I think she missed because she's out of gas, Steve. But they bring all 5 players up above the foul line. Oh, my goodness. All 5 players up above the foul line. That leaves that back door cut open. Every time there's a sub for Wittenberg, all 5 players are looking over like, you're for me, right? And only one of them gets relief. But, short bench, I'm not blaming the coach at all. It's just it is what it is when you only have 7 that you can sub in.
44-44. Inside of 2 minutes in the third period. Over at the high post.
Oh, good defense.
Traveled by Wyatt.
Nice job by Sardina. Just established position and held her position, made things difficult for the offensive player.
I've seen so many teams shuttle in like 4 or 5 at a time. Bishop's shuttling 1 and 2 at a time, and everybody's playing well for the Bishops.
Yeah, big offensive possession here. You want to close this quarter out, try to build a little bit of a lead.
.141 on the clock. Bishops will trigger it in underneath their own basket. Clock resets to 20.
All right, so Coach Malum is saving those timeouts, doing a nice job with that, and it's working. I mean, she's in this game 44-all. Going to save those timeouts to the fourth quarter. She's going to really need them.
Joyner for 3. Too strong. Boy, look at Popovich battle. Popovich still with the gas. Sterling for 3.
There you go. Good offense. Wow. Wait, give Nicole Popovich all the credit there, Steve. I mean, talk about a lot of contact. Took a lot of contact, got the rebound, penetrated, kicked it outside. Bishops need to get a stop here.
Bishops have scored 20 here in the third period, 20 in the first period. As we approach the 1 minute mark. Kalis in and out. Joyner the rebound.
Gonna push it. Let's go. Push it.
Inside of a minute. Bishops by 3. Joyner 12-footer. Too strong.
Yeah, again, boy, she's fumbling it tonight, Steve. She just caught it and just fumbled it a little bit on the shot and wasn't able to get her normal follow through.
Tigers will walk it up into the front court.
Normally it's a great shot for her 10 feet away.
Kalis called for the travel.
Now she slid that pivot foot a little bit.
Checking in for the Bishops.
Molly Delaney in for Popovich. Junker back in, making her first appearance. Danielle DeBose for the Bishops. Claire Sterling up to 16 points. They get 13 points, excuse me. Junker 11, Culver 10, Berner with 11. .47-44. Sterling again from the corner, not this time.
A nice job by Molly Delaney of driving it in and taking the defense in and then creating the shot. That's normally a good shot for Claire Sterling.
Poked away by Sardina again. Sardina, crossover, reverse. Sterling secures it. The 4th team foul on the Tigers. Sardina, again, a steal at the close of a quarter.
Yep, great hands, great anticipation, and just great, footwork and hand work, and really just nice job.
3.9 seconds for the Bishops. Manesi. And we close out at 47-44. The Bishops score 20. And the Tigers 16, and the Bishops take a 3-point lead in the fourth period. And Steve Geiger will see how much gas is in the tank for the Tigers.
Well, now you're in this, it's a 10-minute game, Steve, and now you've got almost all of your timeouts. I think they've only used 1. So you got all of your timeouts, and then you're going to count on Coach Lobdell using a couple of hers also, too. So now you kind of got things where you want them to go. You're going to be able to create rest. It's just, like you said, though, Steve, have they exerted too much energy to this point?
Okay, we blotted the books, and Claire Sterling does have 16 points. Three of 6 beyond the arc. Bishop shooting 32%. Tigers 40%. Bishop's 5 of 19 on threes. 3 of 12 for the Tigers. Rebounds 31-29 in favor of the Tigers.
But now's the point in the game, too, where, if you're Coach Lobdell, put that press back on. Remember how great that press worked for them in the second quarter. Wittenberg's a little bit tired, put it on, and then you got the home momentum and a little bit of home crowd over there. And now's the time, make something happen. Spring it on them coming out of the timeout here.
What's your prediction on the number of timeouts we'll see from Wittenberg in the fourth period?
Well, if the game stays close, I think she'll use all 4 of them that I think she hasn't used yet. I believe each team still has 4 timeouts each, if I'm guessing. Oh, my heavens.
A steal by Delaney Williams right off the bat. And she misses the layup.
Well, that's just lazy by both players. You got to see that coming. And I know her as a player, and I don't even scout them. That's what she likes to do. That's just lazy, not very good basketball. That low basketball IQ to not recognize that's what she's going to do to you.
47-44 as we start the fourth period. Steve Bassard and Steve Geiger coming away from the Branch Rickey Arena.
Back to Claire Sterling in the corner.
Delaney.
Just great defense by Barner. Great move by Molly Delaney, but better defense. She's a senior, seen that move before, held her ground, and made things difficult.
Culver at the high post. Junker. Kalis on the drive. Picks up her dribble. Culver gets bodied up by Popovich.
But one thing the Tigers do, Steve, they move the ball, and the ball doesn't stick. That's what you don't want it to do. It doesn't ever sticks in nobody's hands. It's constant movement, and that puts so much pressure on the defense.
Good foul on Nicole Popovich. Off down to 10. Burner, reverse step. Rattles out. Here come the Bishops on top by 3. Joyner, triple team. Somehow gets it to Sterling. Popovich with the left hand. Will shoot a pair.
Fouls number 14, Riley Culver, her second, team first.
Popovich with 8 points. Will shoot a pair of free throws.
Probably 75%, I believe, is the number you said in the first half, and she's not been hitting her free throws tonight. And it's like I said, Steve, critical to have that third scorer for the Bishops behind Sierra Joyner and Claire Sterling.
We stay at 47-44. 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth period. Kalis on the drive. Draws the foul.
Wow. Jeez.
Fourth foul on Molly Delaney.
But you can't really do much more than that. Straight up, had the hands straight up. But again, man, I love the Kalis with the hesitation dribble, change of speed, and then here's helping Wittenberg out with the timeout. She hesitated, and you just catch the defense off guard because you just let up for a second, and then boom, she puts the speed back on, drives to the basket, draws the foul.
Wittenberg comes in on a 9-game winning streak, and after today, they have the unenviable task of taking on DePaul and Denison.
There's a couple of streak stoppers right there potentially. I mean, that's tough for anyone. The Bishops would, they're up 3, but boy, wow, talking about the ebb and flow of the game, Steve. There's a fantastic first and third quarters, and the second and fourth have just been sluggish from both teams.
8:31 to go in the fourth period. Again, be sure to join Steve Geiger and myself on Saturday at 12:50 pregame as the women take on Allegheny, and the men will take the court at approximately 3 o'clock. Kalis with a couple of free throws. Knocks it down. 78% from the stripe. Leads, 43 assists. Second on the team in assists. And the lead down to 1. 47-46 Bishops. Looking for the first points here in the fourth period. Joyner inside the arc. Nice touch.
Yeah, and that time you could see with the catch, Steve. Catches it, she caught it with confidence, didn't fumble it, and just knocks it down. It's a good shot for her.
49-46 Bishops as we reach the 8-minute mark. Kalis looking for Culver, and sets to Burner.
And there's her fifth. Unbelievable. Boy, great defense by Molly Laney. Hands up, just trying to, create a wall for the driver. Unfortunate. One thing they're place they're going to miss her too.
Dunker, the catch and shoot, too strong.
Guess who?
Culver battles and keeps alive for the Tigers. Kalis cut off. Culver. Kalis for three. Got it.
Nice job by Culver. She fumbled a little bit, but she maintained her composure. Kicks it out. We got a tie game.
49-49. Manesi picks up a dribble. Kaylee Evans. Clock down to 15 for the Bishops. Long three by Dunning. Got it.
There you go. Good answer. Nice job. You're going to play off. You got to make them pay. Meg Dunning hits the big shot. Claire Sterling hasn't touched the ball on offense in a while. Oh, nice fake.
Picked off by Joyner. Joyner triple team. Bishops will keep it alive, but Bishops had numbers down court, but Joyner was triple teamed.
Yeah, there's no way she can get it out of there. Good job by her to handle the ball. Interesting. Wittenberg putting the press on.
52-49, Bishops inside of 7 minutes. There's Sterling touching the ball. Joyner on top. Joyner on the drive. Gets bumped by Culver. Second team foul on the Tigers. Third foul on Riley Culver.
Yeah, nice job by Sierra Joyner. Creating pressure, attacking the basket, forcing the defense to do something. It's a warning. Pretty obvious. So Culver reached over the line, so he's just giving her a warning, which you're allowed to do.
Poked away by Delaney Williams. It'll stay with the Bishops. (52-49) Bishops. 6:43 on the clock.
Yeah, Claire Sterling hasn't gotten a good touch in a while. I'd like to get her the ball at the top of the key, clear it out, and let her create some offense. She hasn't been able to get a touch in a while. There you go.
Sterling feeds it to Dunning.
There you go.
Back to Sterling. Can she make a move?
Of course she
can. Yes, she can.
So that's a nice job by Claire Sterling and by Coach Slobdell. Get her to the ball. She's got the top. She drives. She doesn't score in a drive. Kicks it out. Kicks it back in. Makes a great post move.
Timeout by the Tigers. 54-49. Bishops on top. 6:20 on the clock.
Now, if my count's correct, though, Steve, both teams still have 3 timeouts each. So this is going to be the longest quarter of the game by far.
Coach Kelly Malum joined the Wittenberg staff as a full-time assistant coach in 2011-2012, following 3 years as a volunteer assistant. And in 2013-2014, she was elevated to associate head coach. Had a 7-year stint as a head coach of Colorado College from 2001 to 2008. She's a 1993 graduate of the College of St. Benedict in Minnesota, earned her master's degree in athletic administration from St. Cloud State. 54-49, 6:20 on the clock.
One thing is weird. Both teams stayed man-to-man the whole game. Both teams are ice cold from three-point shooting. You would think that one of the coaches would maybe drop to a zone just for a change-up to see what would happen.
And now 4 team fouls on the Bishops. First one on Kaylee Evans.
Oh, good offense.
Picked off by Joyner.
Good offense, better defense by Sierra Joyner. The offense, just you don't expect anybody to be able to front the post the way she does, and she just anticipates so well. Nicely done defensively.
Bishops by 5. The lob to Joyner is lobbed too far. Give it back to the Tigers. Bishops had 8 turnovers in the first half. That follows a game against DePaul in which they had 5 for the entire game.
Right. Coach Lobdell said in the pregame she was looking for under 10 for the game, so probably you're not going to meet that goal.
Inside of 6 minutes, Bishops by 5. Kalis on the drive, shuffles it to Burner. I'm surprised neither one took a shot.
No kidding. Boy, Culver open in the post too, Steve. Still open in the post.
3 by Kalis. Long rebound comes to Dunning.
Oof, that's a win by the Bishops. Boy, Culver wide open in the post, and the teammates just couldn't catch her, couldn't see her.
Popovich will re-enter the game at the next whistle. Bishops by 5. Joyner off the glass, too strong.
That's another point blank. Eight shots right at the basket. You got to make those if you want to be able to beat Wittenberg.
Inside of 5 minutes, Bishops by 5. Kalis on the drive, lost the handle, give it back to the Bishops.
Burner slowed down a little bit, Steve. I mean, she just was dynamite for those first 2.5, 3 quarters. And I feel like the stamina just catches up with it, catches up with everyone.
So far in the fourth period, Bishops have 5 points for the Tigers. Dunning on the right side. Picks up her dribble. Joyner. Finds Sterling for 3. Too strong. No! Bounces in.
Well, what a great option if you're Sierra Joyner to hit a 3. Now Coach Lobdell taking a timeout. That helps Wittenberg.
Claire Sterling gets a kind bounce. Results in 3 points, and the lead is 8, 57-49.
So we'll check this 4:23 mark. You go up 8, you've got the momentum, and then you're the one that calls the timeout. Wittenberg still got 3 timeouts, Steve.
On the men's side, halftime score, Tigers 39, Bishops 28.
Don't show it to me. I don't want to see it. Don't show me. Well, I mean, obviously not unexpected. That's no slam on the Bishops. Wittenberg just so talented.
Claire Sterling with that fortunate 3, now up to 21 points, 4 of 7 beyond the arc.
All right, I take it back. I love this timeout by Coach Lobdell. Now you're going to set your press up. But I guess not. It looked like they were talking about where they were going to be, but they didn't do it. Ugh. Okay.
And now we see a press after all.
Coach Mallon yelling at the officials.
Well, you've been yelling all game.
All right.
57-49, Bishops.
Bishops' man-to-man defense obviously been very good tonight. Just lots of turnovers, lots of just making things.
And there's the 5th team foul on the Bishops.
He just get frustrated.
4 fouls on Nicole Popovich. Bishops have already seen Molly Delaney foul out. Now Popovich with 4.
Right. That's a big help to Wittenberg again. You get to rest. You get to shoot free throws. You get to stop the clock. All things that help Wittenberg out.
Junker out of White House, Anthony Wayne High School. Lead down to 6.
She's got a great touch on the shot, too.
Pressure by the Tigers inside of 4 minutes.
Finally.
And Junker called for that foul. 3 on the Tigers.
Fouls on number 2. Abigail Junker, her 3rd, team 3rd.
57-51 Tigers inside of 4 minutes.
Wait, Bishop's got to be careful. You don't stick the ball. Keep that ball moving. Don't let it stick. It's sticking. You got to keep the ball moving. Wittenberg is getting a little aggressive, and they're trying to reach and things. Keep the ball moving. Good idea. Great defense, though.
Tried to hit Sterling on the back door. Here come the Tigers down by 6. Junker cuts it to 4.
All right, Nicole Popovich with the 4 fouls. Nothing she could do there. She had to let her go. She didn't want to get her 5th foul.
Joyner for three. In and out.
Boy, again, a bobble, Steve. She's just bobbling a little bit on the catch, and then she's unable to get a clean look at the basket.
Culver lost the handle. Give it back to the Bishops. Erica Sardina back in for the Bishops. 3:11 on the clock.
I like this move. Get two ball handlers in because the Wittenberg, look at the pressure's coming. The pressure's coming. You want to get your best ball handlers out there. Watch for the double team. Keep the ball moving. Don't let it stick.
Inside of 3 minutes. Bishops by 4. Sterling on
nice
the drive. Tried to hit Joyner.
Boy, she had a shot. That's what Coach Lobdell said. Boy, she had the shot, too. It's a basketball proverb. You can't be double-teamed if you don't have the ball, Steve. You want to keep that thing moving. Don't stick it. Don't let it stick.
2:50 and ticking in the fourth period. Bishops by 4, 57-53.
Well, this is crunch time, Steve. Oh, great.
Off the foot of Junker. Scrap for it. Tigers still have it. We have to take a timeout. 2:41 on the clock. 57-53 Bishops.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left. I mean, 2:41 to go. A lot of time left. But Wittenberg showing a little bit of a desperation and defensively. You know, not a crazy panic desperation, but they're being very aggressive defensively. So Bishop's got to talk about being strong with that basketball. Don't let it stick. Keep it moving and use their aggressiveness against it. Eventually, someone's going to pop open.
Tigers 15 of 17 on free throws, which means they've shot 12 here in the second half, and the Bishops have shot 4.
Bishops need to hurry up and get back in defense here.
.241 on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock for the Tigers.
Yeah, so the Bishops, Callis and Berner are the 2 most aggressive threats, and then don't let the three-point shot from Junker.
Disrupted by Sterling, and the tie-up will still keep it on the Tigers' end.
Well, there's so many plays like that, Steve, by Claire Sterling. This creates havoc, even though she didn't get the steal.
10 seconds on the inbounds. Junker tripped up by Sterling.
Wow.
2 more free throws for the Tigers.
Wow. Well, that time I felt like Junker lost her balance. But she's the best free throw shooter here, too, for at least Wittenberg tonight.
82% on the year.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Lead down to 3.
All right, offensively, Bishop's got to get touches by Joyner and Sterling she missed, Steve. Every single time.
57-53.
And then you're up 3. Use that clock to your advantage as well, Steve. Get it under 10 and get a good shot every time.
Sterling, reverse, got it.
That's always a good shot. You know, hey, how about a clear out for her every single time? She's so good at basketball, as scoring and passing. I've let her take it every time.
Inside of 2 minutes, Bishops by 5.
Don't foul. No threes. If you're on defense, no threes, don't foul. That's okay. Popovich has got 4 fouls, nothing she can do.
Lead down to 3. Clock inside of 100 seconds.
Run the clock, get it under 10, and then let Claire Sterling have it.
Popovich draws the foul. She'll shoot a pair.
Popovich has been ice cold from the foul line tonight, Steve. This is a crucial time, crunch time. The Bishops need her to step up and make these now.
3rd foul on Berner.
Easier said than done. And it's easy to sit up here and say make them. Sometimes, basketball, you look at Ohio State men's team, it's momentum, confidence is so hard to keep. There you go.
4-point lead for the Bishops. 93 seconds on the clock.
No threes, don't foul. If you're on defense, that's your motto. No threes, don't foul. Good defense by Sierra Joyner.
Junker cut off. Berner. Touch it to 2.
Yeah. Now Popovich is making it, let it be a little bit too easy. She's just giving her a wide lane. I know she doesn't want to foul, but Berner's too good to give her that wide open layup every time. Oh, heavens.
And a steal by Delaney Williams for the tie. Brand new ball game at 60. And the Bishops want a timeout.
If you're Coach Malum, right, where you want him, right? She's got 2 timeouts left. You're under a minute, and you got a tie score. I've counted the misses for the Bishops at point-blank range at 8, but how many turnovers at the top of the key lead to Wittenberg runouts, wide-open layups? Probably 4 or 5 tonight, wide-open runouts for Wittenberg, and that's just not a key to success. You got to take care of the basketball at the top of the key.
Claire Sterling with 23 points, 4 in double figures for Wittenberg, 16 for Younger, 10 for Culver, 14 for Kalis, and 15 for Berner.
Yeah, Berner, the 15. Well, she's really played a great game tonight. But, and that's the thing that Coach Malum talked about in the pregame. Nobody cares who gets the credit. They get 4 people in double figures. I mean, it's really impressive basketball with a short bench.
Berner needs 1 more rebound for a double-double. 60-60 your score. And we're inside of 60 seconds. 57.7 on the clock.
Got to watch the press. All right, Wittenberg is going to be aggressive with their hands. And if you're the Bishops, it's okay to run the clock down as long as it ends up in Claire Sterling's hands. Oh, they're going to drop the press back. Well, I think Bishops moved the ball up to half court.
Bishops keep the 2 ball handlers in, Sardina and Dunning. Sterling will trigger it in. Popovich, and that's 5 team fouls now on Wittenberg.
Yeah, that is they've been calling that against the Bishops all night long. When a player loses the balance against defensive pressure, that is a very consistent call.
Almost looked like they cleared out for Popovich.
Sure did. Hoping maybe she got her confidence. She made that last free throw before that. That's okay. Just make this one here. There you go.
Bishops by a single point. Kaylee Evans in for Popovich.
Good substitution. Popovich with those 4 fouls has been, and then Kaylee Evans, a very good defensive player. You put her on Berner. Good job by Coach Lobdell getting her in for defense.
Looks like Claire Sterling's on Berner right now.
All right, we'll take it back. Well, Junker's the 3-point shooter too, so.
Berner against Sterling.
Wow.
Gives the lead to the Tigers.
Yeah, good offense. Coach Lobdell will use her last time out. Good offense by Berner. See, what'd she do? Under control, patience, shows the ball, gets the defense off balance, and then just under control makes that shot.
62-61. Tigers on top. 42.7 on the clock. Leonace in the game for the Bishops to give him another shooter.
Yeah. Coach Malum, just great strategy this 4th quarter. Bishops are using the timeouts, which has given her rest, and she's got 2 timeouts still with 42-7, and Bishops have 0, so that's going to be a problem for the Bishops. Okay, so you draw up your play here, Steve. I'm going to clear out for Claire Sterling at the top. Doesn't mean she has to shoot, but she's the one that gets to decide, do I have a shot, or am I going to kick it to someone else for a shot?
.7 on the clock. 62-61. Tigers.
Where was it? The 4:27 mark of the 4th quarter, Steve. Remember I said we were going to see what happens here. Bishops go up 8, all the momentum. Bishops call a timeout and take the momentum away. And since that point, Wittenberg has just clawed their way back in, fighting and clawing. It's been an impressive performance by these Wittenberg Tigers with a short bench, just clawing and fighting their way back into this game and taking the lead here late in the game.
Another steal by Junker.
Yeah, Bishop's got a foul.
They'll pull it out.
But not Junker. Don't foul Junker. Another run out, turnover. You know, all those little things, you know, Bishop's had the lead, but we've been talking about them. No run out turnovers, missing layups at point blank range, and now you're in trouble.
2-point lead for the Tigers. Junker can make it very difficult if she makes this free throw.
Right, even though you're down 3, though, Steve, you can go ahead and still come down here and get a 2 and then foul. You don't have to have a 3-point shot even though you're down 3 with 36 seconds. And Coach Mallon's going to call timeout here, I believe. Nope.
Popovich back in. Pressure in the backcourt by the Tigers with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Bishops have just, boy, they were way over their 10 turnover mark tonight, aren't they, Steve? There you go. Clear it out.
Sterling hemmed in. Somehow the Bishops keep it alive. Joyner for the tie. Short. Kalis the rebound. Free throws coming up for the Tigers.
Sure are. Oh, and the 5th on Nicole Popovich. Jeez.
She is fouled out.
So, I mean, what do the Bishops do? They panic 3-point shots, Steve. You're down 3. You don't have to rush it. If you get a wide open look, it's okay, but you don't have to panic 3. Now you're in panic 3 territory. Okay, because now you got to score because, you know, she's going to make those free throws. You're down 5, but you don't have to get all 5 points at once.
Kelly Bertoya will check in for the Bishops. 2 free throws for Christy Kalis. Kalis gets the first one, and the lead is 4.
All right. Okay, so again, it doesn't have to be, even if you're down 5, it doesn't have to be a panic 3. Get the 2, foul, see what can happen.
Second one by Kalis. And lead is 5.
Boy, what a great job by Wittenberg. Just perfect strategy all game long.
Claire Sterling, 3 ball too strong. Bertoya keeps it alive.
Kick it. There you go. Hit it. Nope.
Manesi for 3. Got it.
No timeouts, though. They don't have any timeouts. Oh, Wittenberg's going to call timeout.
7.2 on the clock. 66-64 your score, Tigers.
Wow, what a benefit for the Bishops. They have no timeouts, Steve. They had no timeouts. I mean, Wittenberg just gets the ball in, and Bishop's got a foul. All right, so, wow, you're only down 2. Wow, a steal. I mean, you got to put everything you got into the steal, and then you're going to have to foul right away. You cannot let any time go off the clock. You got to try to steal that first pass. If you don't get a steal on the first pass, there's got to be a foul immediately. And then, obviously, preferably, you don't want to foul Junker, and you don't want to foul Kalis. Easier said than done, obviously.
7.2 seconds on the clock. 66-64 Wittenberg.
And you got to put everything you have on you deny that inbounds pass and then somehow get a steal. And then you have to foul immediately if you do not get that steal.
Tigers pick the best time to have their best quarter. 22 points in this quarter.
Yeah, I mean,
and the ball will be at midcourt.
They showed no signs of fatigue that fourth quarter, did they, Steve? Fantastic fourth quarter for the Tigers. Yeah, I mean, don't let these two touch it. Oh, nice job.
Oh, stolen by Joyner to the hoop. We're tied.
Impossible. Way to go, Sierra Joyner.
I thought I was watching the Tigers make a steal. That's what they've been doing. Wow, what a play.
What a play by Sierra Joyner. So that's what you want to do. They get the 6'1" Riley Cover coming. They lob it up, but Sierra Joyner just a little bit quicker and a little bit taller, cuts in front. Impossible. Well played by Sierra Joyner.
Did your heart start from a moment when Joyner had that high dribble?
Well, yeah. And then the layup, too, Steve. You know, she barely got that thing above the rim. Ooh. Okay, 3.1 seconds.
So again, the ball will be at midcourt. What's the most important thing here? Don't foul.
Absolutely, do not foul. If they want to chuck one in at the buzzer and beat you, okay, But you cannot foul and make it easy for them.
How about putting someone on the inbounds passer to
there you go.
put as much pressure on it?
Right. Don't let him catch the ball going towards the basket.
Turnover.
Oh.
Bishop's ball.
How did any time go off the clock? Nobody touched it.
I don't know.
There we go.
Maybe
Here we
that's
go.
the discussion.
Okay. Yep. Good. Yeah, it should be 3.1 seconds over here, Steve. No one touched the ball.
And the ball will be midcourt for the Bishops.
There we go. 3.1.
Can the Bishops pull off a miracle?
Yeah, someone go set a screen for Claire Sterling. Let her get the ball. And they got two Bishops. She's double teamed right now. Plenty of
2
time.
seconds. 1 second. Joyner for the win. Short.
Oh.
We're going overtime.
Boy, Riley Culver with so much length makes that three-point shot difficult. Boy, Bishops were dead. I thought they were dead, down 5, Steve, with under 30 seconds. They made enough plays. Boy, now you really talk about fatigue. Woo. Boy, overtime on the road, that is tough to do.
First overtime game for either team this year.
So both teams will get one timeout extra in overtime to add to the 0 they don't have. So that puts them each at one timeout.
And the Tigers running on fumes, but somehow those fumes turn into gas in the fourth quarter. And as Steve Geiger says, how much gas is left?
That's right. Well, and then you flip it around, Steve. How about the Bishops? So now you've got Nicole Popovich fouled out. You got Molly Delaney fouled out. 2 of your top 5, right? So now the Bishops are going to have to see what kind of depth do they have. But offensively, Sierra Joyner, Claire Sterling touched the ball every time down the court on offense. And then defensively, again, you just got to don't foul and keep playing solid defense.
And on the men's side, Wittenberg 55, Bishops 46.
Okay, I like that. You can show me that one.
6:47 to go in that contest.
Who's the leading scorer for Wittenberg? You know that? Or, who's scoring for each team? Boy, what a shocker, Steve. Inside my head, I'm thinking, you're down 5. There's no way you're coming back as well as Wittenberg shoots. But what a steal by Sierra Joyner.
Jake Bertimus with 12 for the Tigers. No one in double digits for the Bishops.
Who hit the 3 down here for the Bishops? I forget. Somebody made it. Was it Manassi hits a 3 and then Joyner with the steal.
And our second center jump of this game. Tigers control.
Oh, Bishops in a zone, Steve. Interesting. That protects your foul trouble and it makes things a little bit interesting. Wittenberg hasn't seen this zone all game. I love it.
66-66. Skip pass to Junker. Poked away. Tigers still have it. Kalis for 3. And this time she gets the bounce.
But if you are going to play a zone, Steve, you've got to know where the shooters are. Right? Kalis and Junker, the 2 people you cannot leave at the three-point line as a critical mistake by the Bishops.
Joyner cut off. Manassi scoops it up. Bishops turn it over.
Yeah. Boy, as a post feed, those are hard to catch. You got someone on your back and then you're going to catch a fastball. It's so difficult to do.
Bishops stay in the zone inside of 4 minutes. Tigers by 3. Culver gets her own miss.
Heavens.
Berner tied up by Kaylee Evans.
Bishop ball. Ooh, good defense by Kaylee Evans right where you need it. Oh, basketball IQ. Can't leave a shooter at the three-point line.
66-69 Tigers. Gunning on the right side. Sterling in the corner for 3. Short.
Good box out by Junker. She lost it, though.
Off the hands of Junker.
Boy, a rare miss by... Uh-oh. What are they going to talk about here? Oh, so you don't reset the clock, right? Well, But Claire Sterling's so tough at the top of the key. She loves that right corner, but I would love to see her get out of that corner and create offense for her team from the top of the key.
Now discussion at center court. Teams go to their respective coaches. Steve Geiger, this is probably before your time. Do you remember the famous Havlicek stole the ball in the 60s?
We know what, I've seen the video, and I know
that's
of
what
it.
Reminded me of Joyner's steal and the conversion.
Yeah, but didn't Dennis Johnson have one of those too for the Boston Celtics?
In the 80s?
In the 80s, yeah. I remember the announcer, he stole it. Dennis Johnson stole the ball.
14 seconds on the clock.
Wow. Great defense by Sierra Joyner. What a play. Uh-oh.
Comes in to Sterling. Sterling on the drive. No whistle.
Unbelievable. They've been calling that the whole second half. Any kind of contact, and they don't call it there.
69 to 66. Tigers on top.
You got to be talking. All 5 players need to be talking and pointing to where the shooter is. Right here, she's on the backside 3, and then now she's wide open.
Kalis for 3. Off the rim. Bishops get it back.
Oh, that's so lucky, you know? I mean, what a huge break for the Bishops.
3:02 on the clock. Bishops looking for their first points in overtime.
Oh, my gosh. Oof. Yeah.
Nearly stolen by Williams. The tie-up will give it to the Tigers.
You could see she was in trouble, Steve. I tell you that Delaney Williams has got a deceptive quickness, and she does a great job of baiting the ball handler where you think she's not there, and then she steps in at the right time.
Tigers by 3 inside of 3 minutes.
Bishops man-to-man, I believe now, Steve. Oh, wow.
Poked away by the Bishops. Dunning pull up from 10. Got
Beautiful.
it.
Again, it all started, though, Steve. Sierra Joyner is so good at getting around that post, knock that ball away.
1 point lead for the Tigers. 2:20 in overtime.
Yeah, both teams hanging on to their one timeout. They're not wanting to use it because you don't know when you're going to need it.
Junker cut off.
She's in trouble.
Bishops give up with it.
Oh, no. Oh, you're kidding me. I mean, that's a no call, Steve.
Manesi called for the charge.
She lost the ball. Wittenberg's got it. You don't call out offensive foul. I mean, she ran into the defender, but about 7 seconds after she lost the ball. Good grief.
As we near the 2-minute mark, 1 point lead for the Tigers.
Oof. Missed Burner again on the backdoor cut. Love this offense to bring everybody up, and then you try to get that backdoor cut. It creates so much pressure on the defense.
Inside of 10. Burner.
Oh, nice move. Oh.
Lost the handle, got it back. Williams passes up a 3. Kalis for 3. Culver can't finish it.
Blocked by Joyner.
Tie-up gives it to the Bishops.
Whew. Bishops caught another huge break. Delaney Williams, not a three-point shooter. They get 2 girls running at her and leave Kalis wide open on the backside 3. I'd love Sierra Joyner to come up and ring this ball up. There you go. Finally.
Junker called for the foul.
There's so much body contact. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. It's like a Mounds and Almond Joy commercial. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Jeez, Pete.
Close enough. We'll take it. Meg Dunning on the line. Meg hit a big shot just moments ago.
She did. Oh,
knocks down the first one. We're tied at 69.
I love that confidence. She stepped up and she knows she was going to hit it, and just beautifully done. Nice shot. Wow, there you go.
12 of 14 free throws on the year.
Yeah, great confidence on those free throw shots.
When was the last time the Bishops were ahead? Seems like an hour ago.
It was. It's been a long time. It probably at the 4:29 mark.
Kalis gets bodied up by Kaylee Evans.
Well, see, now if you're an offensive player, you drive the basket and force the defense to play you and wait for the ref to call the foul. Both ends. That's what you should do. If that's what they're going to call, then you should just use that to your advantage.
Second foul on Kaylee Evans. Kalis ties it up. A junior out of Winnetka, Illinois.
She's a very good shooter, Steve. Very good shooter.
70-70.
I'm trying to jinx her. Ooh, it worked. Back to, okay. Patience. Good. Now get the ball to Claire Sterling. Tie game. Both teams got their timeouts left.
Oh, Sterling flash to the basket. 15-footer, got it.
Oh, money. That's a senior clutch shot. Now get back on defense. Here they come. Don't foul.
Junker tracks it down at the baseline. Bishops by 2, inside of a minute. Junker for the tie.
Oh, you're kidding. I'm sorry, that's just bad officiating. That's terrible officiating. That is a no call. Jeez, you're going to call that with 56 seconds left in the game.
Fourth foul on Claire.
See what I mean? You just run in and throw it up and let the official bail you out.
Junker misses it. They missed a couple free throws.
Yeah, they're tired. They got tired legs.
Bishops will take their timeout.
Yeah, I like that. I like the timeout here. What? That's down to 30. You should be a full, shouldn't it?
Claire Sterling at 25 points. Sierra Joyner with 10.
It's got to be a full timeout. That's all they have is fulls. .2 seconds when we resume play. The Bishops look dead with 3.1 seconds to go in regulation. The steal by Sierra Joyner. Yeah, you know, one thing, Steve, surprised me is the Bishops unable to carry any momentum into this overtime. And a credit to the Tiger team, you know, and in the pregame, that was one thing that Coach Lobdell said is they compete on every basket. And even Coach Malum said the same thing. I wonder why are we so good? Because we compete every single possession. And they've done that. They have not let up at all game. And it's been impressive. So if you're the Bishops, let's get Claire Sterling the ball in the middle of the court and they get out of the way. Let's just see what she can do. You know, I mean, she's your clutch senior, leading scorer. Have her drive, create the offense. Doesn't mean she has to shoot.
She has 4 fouls. What does she have to do to avoid that 5th foul?
Well, normally just be smart, but geez, with this officiating crew, wow. You run the other end of the court, stand in the corner. That's about the only chance she has. But with 52 seconds left, though, Steve, she cannot let her player have a run at the basket. You know, with a lead or a tie, when the Bishops are on defense, she cannot. You got to play defense and do it to the best of your ability. And if you foul out, you do, but you cannot give a wide open layup.
72-72, inside of 50 seconds. Joyner in the corner, Dunning.
They missed Claire Sterling on the post, Steve.
There's Claire. Take the shot, Claire. Bishops by 2.
Good patience by the Bishops to get her curling off. They missed her on the post feed. All right, if you're the Bishops here, don't foul. I don't really feel like Meg Dunning did foul. They called a foul on her. The offense created all of the contact.
4th foul on Meg.
Mm-hmm.
Bishops playing with fire. First one by Williams.
Ooh.
Boy, they've missed 3 free throws in the last couple of minutes.
Tired legs, Steve. Tired legs. And on the road, too. Tired legs on the road. That is a difficult adversity to overcome.
Second straight game that Tigers have given up 74. This is in overtime.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you got to get that quick foul. And then Kaylee Evans has not been strong from the foul line this year. So good, excellent coaching by Coach Malum. She gets 2 shots, though.
23.4 on the clock. Bishops by 1. Dang it.
I mean, Bishop's really, Steve, played, besides Sardina got in some, Bishop's have only played 7 tonight as well. There you go.
Just by 2.
Coach Malin will use her last time out. Double OT.
73 for the Tigers, 75 for the Bishops. 23.4 on the clock. Again, number 1 mission, stone foul.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's so difficult the way that Wittenberg plays offense, Steve. They move that ball, and then they penetrate. Hey, this might be a time to throw that zone back in, but obviously no threes, because that zone, what does it do? It clogs the lane, makes the drive difficult, which you can do, but then make sure you get to the shooters, too. And then, right now, Wittenberg's talking to all man-to-man offense. You come out and throw that zone on them, they're not ready for it. Could cause a little bit of confusion.
Tigers have won 9 in a row. Before last Saturday, their streak of 8 straight came by at least 13 points. They beat Worcester by 6. Bishops on top 75-73 when we resume play.
Well, so you make a strong case. Both teams have played well, really well at times. Both teams have done, at the end of the game, whoever wins, you could say, boy, they deserve to win because they played so well at times. So it's been a fantastic basketball game, back and forth. Great strategy from both coaches. Great play from a lot of these players out here tonight. Really exciting. So, yeah, don't foul, no threes. So you're on defense, don't foul, no threes.
Delaney Williams to trigger it in.
Oof, well, must have fouled.
Nearly got a nudge there by Kaylee Evans.
Sure did. She had a lot of contact. Well, Wittenberg's going to play for the last shot, Steve.
Delaney Williams turns the corner. In trouble. 3 ball for the lead. Bishops with no. Down to 2 seconds.
Whoa!
Bishops win.
Kaylee Evans is hurt, too. Wow, Wittenberg had what they wanted, a point-blank shot right at the basket. Wow, what a finish. What an unbelievable, incredible finish, Steve. What are we doing? We go ahead and shake hands.
Checking on Kaylee Evans.
Yep, she's definitely hurting.
Wittenberg with a couple of shots. The second one with about a second. Were you holding your breath?
Oh, my heavens. Yeah. How about Riley Culver getting the save, throwing it back in, and then, they've been calling that the body foul all game long, and then no call. I think the best thing they can do now is go ahead and shake hands. Yep, there we go.
Certainly hope that Kaylee Evans is okay.
Sure do.
Kaylee with some major contributions in this game, including a couple of free throws. She wasn't spectacular on free throws, but she made a couple when they counted.
It's hard to know what happened in there. There was so much contact, bodies flying everywhere. But Wittenberg, boy, they had some great looks right at the end. What a great win for the Bishops, Steve. They stole this one for sure. I mean, literally, Sierra Joyner, what a steal, Steve.
3.1 seconds on the clock at the end of regulation. Sierra Joyner with a steal and a drive to the hoop to tie it up in regulation. Nip and tuck in overtime. Bishops prevail 75-73, and a depleted Tiger team gave it all they had, nearly pulled it out. But the Bishops with a monumental win with momentum. As we said, their next 4 games against teams either tied or below them in the NCAC standings.
Yeah, sure was. What a great finish for the Bishops. Woo-wee. Wow, what a game.
Claire Sterling with 27.
Oh, my heavens.
Sierra Joyner with 10 for the Tigers. Abigail Younger with 20. Riley Culver with 10. Christy Kalis with 17. Corinne Werner with 20. But Tigers are going to remember several missed free throws in overtime.
Yeah, they did. They really, that was crucial. That was maybe the only negative to their game tonight is just kind of those missed free throws in overtime finally caught up to them. And the Bishops just making some clutch shots, and what a game by Claire Sterling.
Wittenberg 22 of 28 of free throws, but boy, shot themselves in the foot. Bishops only 11 and 20 on free throws.
Ugh, that's not good. I mean, how about the three-point shooting for both teams? It was really not very good tonight either.
8 of 27 for the Bishops, 5 of 19 for the Tigers. Tigers win the rebound war by a single rebound, 43 to 42. Christy Kalis with a double-double, 11 rebounds. And Corinne Berner with 10 rebounds for the Bishops. But the Bishops prevail, 75 to 73 in overtime.
It sure did, Steve. Anytime you play a conference game, you know it's going to be a battle, and it's a grind-out game, and it's a weekday game, and, boy, I tell you, Bishops, so much they can, build on from this game. And like you said, they get those next 4 games coming up, and you want to keep it rolling in those next 4 games.
Bishops raised their record to 9-8, 4-4 in conference play. Wittenberg sees their 9-game winning streak come to an end. They are now 12-5 and 5-3 in conference games.
And then what's worse for Wittenberg too, Steve, is the opposite of the Bishops. Their next 2 games. Ooh, boy.
Denison and DePaul.
Yes.
I'd like to thank our videographers today, Nick Jackson and Paul DeChimier. I'd like to thank Steve Geiger as always, and Steve Geiger and I myself. We'll be back here on Saturday. Hope you will be too. 12:50 pregame and a 1:50 tip for the women's game against Allegheny, and the men approximately 3 o'clock. Good night, everyone.